stand that shit either. I don't do anime.
But it does suck about what's that guy's name? Jason
David
Frank.
Frank. Yep.
Jason David Frank killed himself yesterday. Friends, Romans, and Patriots, lend me your ears to strap on your tinfoil hats, because it is time for the Gay Frog Chat. Gay Frog Chat is a weekly panel discussion where we go chin deep into a different conspiracy. This week, I figured we'd talk about, just because it just happened, that the Club Q shooting and probably some gun control that's going to be coming down the pipeline. Biden was already talking about it. Jason Crow, local politician, was already talking about it. Jared Polis, governor of Colorado, was already talking about it. So yeah, there's definitely going to be something, which doesn't make sense to me, because it's like this motherfucker was on the radar, as you guys see in the thumbnail for the picture. I mean, it's Bart Simpson with an FBI hat saying, yeah, we knew about him, but they did know about him a year ago.
Yeah.
It was like 18 months ago, year and a half ago. This kid, and I call him a kid because he's 22 and he was 21 at the time, held up like his mom with a gun and had a homemade bomb or threatened to have one or something like that, and did all this stuff, and the police were called and they arrested him and they charged him with kidnapping and all of these other crimes. And when it went to the DA, for some reason, everything got dropped. So he didn't have any charges on his record. He had no crimes on his record, even though he threatened a bomb. He had a bomb threat, kidnapping, possession of firearms, like all of this other stuff that happened. We'll go into it. We'll go into it here in a minute. But if the DA had actually charged him with the violent crimes of which it seems he was guilty of, he would be in prison right now, number one.
Yep.
So there wouldn't be a shooting. And number two, even if he wasn't in prison, he's got felony charges on his permanent record, which would make him ineligible to be able to buy guns by law anyway. So any gun control law that they would pass would just be redundant, meaning they don't work. If you want to have a gun, you can get one. Like, I don't know, dude. I don't know what they're planning on doing. I'm kind of... I'm upset about it because, it's like a local story to me. Colorado Springs isn't that far away. I have family who lives there. I mean, no one that would be going to a gay club, I don't think. But regardless, I used to live in that city. In a way, it's close to me, even though it's, a 45-minute drive away. It's not exactly close. But definitely the ramifications thereof will affect Colorado moving forward in its laws.
Unfortunately.
So, and I mean, we already have like magazine bans. Was he using 30-round magazines? Probably. That's my guess. I don't know, with like the timing of everything from the time. So like the story goes that he walked into this club, immediately started opening fire, right? Within 2 minutes, he was subdued. They beat the shit out of him. That's why he's in the hospital. And what is it? 15 injured, 5 dead, or something like that?
Last I heard, it was 5 dead, 18 injured.
Pretty close, yeah. So in 2 minutes, that's a lot of bullets, So I don't think he had 15-round magazines like you're supposed to in Colorado. But whatever. There's ways around that too, right? Like every law that they pass is just bullshit. Every fucking thing that they do is just bullshit. And they're just inching closer and closer to full-on gun control. Like they have in Ohio. Sorry, not in Ohio. In Idaho. No, it's not Idaho. It's Oregon. God damn it. One of those O ones. But yeah, man, I mean, what are they going to do about it? If they were following their own rules, if they were going by their own systems that they already have in place, by the laws that are already passed, this fat, dumb piece of shit, and I say that because I've seen pictures of him, even though, and there's another thing, like, why haven't there been any official releases of, like, his mugshots from when he got arrested a year and a half ago? His mugshots or like, video or anything of him being taken out of the building? Or like in the hospital, or I don't know, anything at all. It seems like there's something else going on here. Usually when there's a shooting like this and the kid matches the fucking description of the person that they're trying to fucking go after, which is white male, Republican or right-leaning, gun owner, like, boom, that's everything they need. Use an AR-15, that's it. That's the formula that they're looking for. So if you fit the formula, your picture's plastered up on page 1 from the fucking second that they can do it. But this kid, as far as I can tell, like, let me check again. As of right now, not Jason David Frank. That's what I was just looking at. Oh, what the fuck is his name? Aldrich something or other. I don't even want to say his name because he's a fucking piece of shit. Latest. Screen share. Window 2. No, it's window 1. Dude, I hate this new setup. God damn it. I'm not used to it. So what we know about blah, blah, blah name guy. Whatever. And they've been showing this picture everywhere, right? This is not him. This is some kid who accidentally ran into a little girl at a parade like 2 years ago in some other state. And they're like, there's all these people going around being like, hey, he's the right's new Kyle Rittenhouse. They let him off before, they let him off again because Kyle Rittenhouse. And I don't know anything about anything. That's why I say that. And I'm just trying to inflame fucking hatred and discord within the community and within everybody and incite violence and hatred amongst people and stuff like that. And then blame you for doing it. That's exactly what they're fucking doing, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
They don't really care because, like you said, they could have had his ass a year and a half ago, and chose not to. So is that the psycho piece of shit there?
Nope. Oh. None of these pictures are. I have it tweeted. Hold on. Here's the article that I found that seems to have the most relevant information, and this is him from years ago. This is like 12-year-old or 13-year-old him. So there's not even recent pictures of him, which leads me to okay. So like the Pulse nightclub shooting, who was that perpetrated by? Do you guys remember? I mean, not the name of the guy, but who?
It was a follower of Islam
who was also gay and self-hating of his gayness and like had a problem. Like, is that going on? I don't know. Is that why they haven't shown pictures of him? I don't know. Maybe he's like turned trans and stuff like that. Like, who fucking knows at this point? The fact that they haven't released pictures of him, and I'm just speculating here. I don't know. And neither does anyone else. And that's the point, is that they haven't released this information that they obviously fucking have, that they're hesitant to release for some reason, because if it fit the narrative, you know that they would have.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this kind of reminds me of Highlands Ranch a couple years ago, when it was one of them was gay and the other one was trans, and they shut that shit down immediately.
Yeah, because it doesn't fit their narrative. And that's all they want.
So here's him with his family. Again, this isn't even a recent picture. I think this is like 3 or 4 years old. Apparently his grandpa, I don't want to see this pasta ad. His grandpa ran for office in California with a platform to drain the swamp. His mother was once tried to find a boxing coach for him. Okay, whatever. Immediately began shooting people inside. So that's the first fact that they say about it, even though that's like 4 facts. But yeah, like, here he is. He, not that you can tell anything by looking at somebody.
Right.
But sometimes you can. And especially if, like, he's got a certain way of dressing and a certain way of, like, oh, he's got makeup on or something like that. Long hair now or something. Who fucking knows? And they're not releasing this on purpose.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So, again, and I could be wrong. Like, it could, everything is on the level exactly how they say it's going to be. But it seems like they're already running down the narrative as far as they can with everything that they can say about it, as we'll go into. Like, Biden is fucking tweeting about it. About how, we need assault weapons ban now because of this. Like, this is the last straw. It's ridiculous.
I find it kind of funny because if he was, quote unquote, a right wing extremist, his shit would be plastered fucking everywhere. We would know just about everything about the person.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude.
Yeah, I know. It's not a coincidence. I think. Never mind. I'll shut up.
No, you're good, dude. Keep talking.
I think there's a bigger plan because, I guess you could go down the conspiracy rabbit hole because why would they not go after his ass a year and a half ago for all the shit that he did, especially for the bomb, if they weren't, hypothetically indoctrinating him for something so they could enact something later on.
So they're not able to find any social media profiles for him, presumably because they've already all been taken down because he was identified by name right away. And so anyone who fits the description of this kid, and again, I say kid, he's 22. He's an adult. Fucking anyone who fits the description of him online or whatever is going to be immediately taken down and forgotten about. But, yeah, so in July 2021, she asked for help finding criminal defense lawyer attorney. Hello, sisters. Does anyone know of a fantastic defense attorney? I ask with a heavy heart, but my family really needs some help at this time. We have cash to retain good counsel. Thank you. Her post was about needing criminal defense attorney came just after her son was arrested. So, yeah, this is about the grandpa. Whatever. Early February 22, she wrote, hello, sisters. Can anyone help me recommend a great... Okay, we already read that. Why are they saying it again? Can anyone refer my son to a private boxing coach? He's 6'6" and hits like a freight train. Cannot find a good gym or anyone serious. He has made huge life changes and needs this. 2021, she wrote, does anyone have any extra heavy-duty fan that they would like to donate to my son? He's in University Village apartments and it's 80 degrees in his apartment. No fan. Like, why are they fucking talking about a fan? Like, this is so dumb.
Mm-hmm.
Like, all of these weird little details, whatever. This is what they could find.
Mm-hmm.
After redistricting forced two Republicans to run against each other, Heavy reached out to numerous members of Vopel's office to seek comment for including his chief of staff. Randy Vopel was elected to represent California's 71st district. So this is his grandpa in 2016. Before joining the assembly, Randy served as city council between 1996 and 2000, and then served as mayor between 2000 and 2016. His bio reads, Randy is a Vietnam veteran who served 2 tours of conflict with the U.S. Navy. After leaving service, he worked nearly 40 years in the insurance industry. Randy and his wife, Susan, live in Santee, which is where they raised their 2 children. Colorado Springs, the police chief described how Aldrich 22 entered the gay nightclub and opened fire. The suspect entered Club Q and immediately began shooting people inside, Vasquez said. At least 2 people, heroic people, confronted and stopped Anderson Aldrich, why did they keep saying his name, from being able to harm others, the chief said. The witnesses were not identified. The FBI is on the scene. Police are still working to identify victims who have died. Aldrich used a long rifle. Some of the people were wounded and fled. All might not have been shot, Castro said. So not everyone who is considered to be injured necessarily came from a bullet. It was from the scramble or trample or whatever came after.
Mm-hmm.
The call came in just before 11:57 of an active shooting at Club Q. The suspect is in the hospital, but Castro said she did not know the gunman's condition or how the shooter sustained the injuries. Yeah, you fucking do. This is what was going on the day of. So there was a drag show starting at 9 o'clock in the morning, November 19th. And, all ages drag show is what I was reading about it. So anyone who talks and he says like, oh, these drag shows need to stop. Oh, you're inciting violence. You're making it so that these people are targets of violence. Like, no, dude, I'm trying to protect children from being exposed to sexual deviance and led down a life of fucking things that I wouldn't want for my kids. I mean, if that's what they choose when they get to be adults, okay, I guess, But I'm not like trying to, help them along on that.
It just sounds like the same old song and dance we've heard before.
Well, and the fact that it's being so politicized and yet they're not releasing the information about him or any pictures of him or his anything,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, maybe it's one of those cases where he actually doesn't have a fucking social media footprint.
Or
But
the
that
FBI was called to have it all deleted, so no one could search it.
But the thing is, dude, he was arrested 18 months ago with charges of kidnapping and bomb threats and threatening people with firearms and all of this other stuff, which all of those things, as far as I'm concerned, or as far as I understand, are felonies. Each one of those felonies is like multiple years of jail time, which would make him not on the streets, not able to do this right now.
Yep.
And even if they gave him a lighter sentence or whatever, you're still not allowed to buy a gun. You're not allowed to have a gun after you do violent crime like that, not by law.
Yeah, but that also proves that gun laws don't work. They just hinder the law-abiding citizens. They don't do shit for the criminals because the criminals don't give a shit. They're going to break the law no matter what.
Well, I wonder how many people in the club had a gun besides him. How many people were carrying that night?
None.
Doesn't look like anybody.
Yeah, it's usually gun-free zones.
Because nobody had one of these. And this is all you would need,
Just one shot to the dome.
Just pop, 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 out of ammo, throw it at him. Like, I don't know, dude.
Something.
I've thought about this multiple times, not like in context of being inside of a gay club while a shooting is going on, but by the context of being at work with hundreds of people there and someone walks in with a fucking AK or an AR and starts doing some shit. You're going to have a lucky-ass waiter there that night. Zil Dejin says, yep, dumbasses has 2 weeks to pass the assault weapons ban in the Senate before it gets squashed by the new session. Interesting timing, to say the least, for the shooting.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I like this. I was reading this before the chat. Lawfully Armed says, Honda, your videos really hit home for me. Not exactly the same life circumstances, but similar mental and financial outcomes. I've been hearing that a lot lately. And it's interesting with recent familial developments that have been happening and how I've been accused of this and that. How many people have said, Honda, I really appreciate what you're doing. You've inspired me to stop smoking. You've inspired me to stop drinking. You've inspired me to be a better person. And I wasn't even trying to do that. I was just sharing my fucking story, but it hits home for a lot of people. And I guess that's what happens when you tell the truth, The devil comes at you from all sides, but you also get to contact some good people too, I guess.
It's like the ripple effect.
Yeah.
People don't understand the small change that you can do to yourself will ripple through everyone that you know in some way, fashion, form, whatever. And you may not even know about it.
Paul B says that conspiracy about Nancy Pelosi becoming president was pure gold. I was just taking credit for that. I didn't actually come up with that. Yankee was like, "Oh, I bet this is one E Honda wouldn't even repeat," and I'm like, "Actually, I started it." I was just being a jackass.
So when's her last day of speaker?
I don't know. When do they swear in the new house?
Sometime in January, but they would be out of session for Christmas time.
So sometime in January, but she doesn't have any power in between now and then. Mr. Machinist says, yet again, another psycho slipped through the Grand Canyon-sized crack in the justice system. And it's like, dude, what are more laws going to do when they don't even enforce the laws that they have? Mm-hmm. They have every law in the book to stop this guy. They had every reason to suspect that he's, a bad person and that he should be stopped and he should be put in prison and he should have his rights taken away. And yet they didn't, and here we are. And now instead of blaming him or blaming themselves for not following through, they're going after guns, as we'll see in a minute. God damn it, Mark Malone. Yet again, another attempt on the assault weapons ban. Are any of us surprised by this? Same old. No, and that's kind of the point, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think that's possibly, and I'm not saying that this is true, but it's possibly why they let shit like this happen. Because the more of these crazy people who slip through the cracks and do crazy shit, the more reason that they have to be like, well, we need stronger laws. We need more control. We need to, limit more things. We need to ban more items that you can't buy or whatever.
I'm just
Almost
fucking sick of the bullshit. Them constantly coming after us when they can't even do what they're supposed to do. It's just fucking passing the buck. We don't want to deal with this shit, so we'll fucking make y'all suffer because, we're too inept and too retarded to do what we need to do.
Daniel says I drink more when I watch this shit.
Damn, Daniel.
Damn, Daniel. Got numerous calls. Castro, blah, 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 whatever. Anderson Lee Aldrich, why do they keep saying his name? Why did I just read it? Was previously involved in a standoff following a bomb threat. So as we were just talking about, he was accused of being involved with a bomb threat situation with weapons in the Lorson Ranch neighborhood of Colorado Springs. The coincidence with the time frame in which his mother was seeking criminal defense attorney. There's that part. According to the June 18, 2021 press release from El Paso County Sheriff's Office, reporting party said her son was threatening to cause harm to her with a homemade bomb, multiple weapons and ammunition. The reporting party was not in the home at the time when she made the call and was sure where her son was. Was not sure where her son was. So here's the whole report here. And it just basically spells out what we were already talking about, just times and stuff like that. Authorities responded and realized the suspect, fuckface asshole cunt, is what I'm going to call him. Date of birth 5/20/2000, was in a residence 1 mile away. The deputies contacted him by phone and he refused to surrender. A tactical support unit responded to the scene and began evacuating 10 homes in the area as a precaution. Eventually, he complied and walked out the front door after a crisis negotiation unit became involved. The release says. It says he was booked into El Paso County Jail on charges of felony menacing, first-degree kidnapping. The press release said a mugshot for Aldridge would be released in the future. I don't know who Heavy is. They keep saying Heavy.
Heavy's the Patreon.
Oh, okay. Thank you. It's just like in bold at the top. I just need to look up.
The area where he is that El Paso County or is that El Paso County, Texas?
No, El Paso County, Colorado.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wanted some clarification. Thank you.
Yeah. I mean, this all happened in Colorado Springs and Larson, which is basically a subsection of Colorado Springs.
Okay.
Heavy contacted the jail to seek a mugshot and was sent to a voicemail that is full, of course. Authorities would not comment on any past criminal history for fuckface asshole cunt. There is no ongoing court case listed for fuckface asshole in Colorado court records. No formal charges were ever filed, and the case was sealed, so it's not clear why. So he got like a really good lawyer or something.
Apparently.
The newspaper reported that fuckface called an editor and asked for the story to be removed from the website. There's absolutely nothing there. The case was dropped, and I'm asking for you to either remove it or update the story, fuckface said to the Gazette in a voicemail. The entire case was dismissed. Is that question why this arrest did not activate Colorado's red flag law? The club promoted an all-ages musical drag brunch and held another drag show the evening of the mass shooting. Club Q called the tragedy a hate attack. So here's the flyer or whatever. $20 bottomless mimosas for an all-ages drag show. That's classy. Authorities have not released the gunman's motive in the gay club attack. However, in the statement, the club referred to it as a hate attack. On its Facebook page, Club Q wrote, Club Q is devastated by the senseless attack in our community. Our prayers and thoughts are with the victims and their families and friends. We thank the quick reaction of heroic customers who subdued the gunman and ended the hate attack.
Sounds like Pulse 2.0.
Yep.
Like, honestly, it does, dude. I don't know. Why wouldn't they release pictures? Why wouldn't they have, like, his arrest record and mug shots from when he got arrested a year and a half ago? Did they delete that stuff? Is no one, like... It just seems like they're fucking keeping it under tight wraps. And again, what does that mean? I don't fucking know. I don't know.
Why was it sealed? I mean, he wasn't a juvenile, so it shouldn't have been sealed. Unless they have that much money that, you know how money talks and bullshit walks.
Well, and also... Who is the district attorney? Maybe he's one of those Soros dudes. I don't know. I haven't looked into it.
Maybe.
Authorities say they were still investigating whether the mass shooting was a hate crime. The club was hosting a series of drag shows this weekend. The night of the attack, the club hosted a drag show according to its Facebook page. Why do you just repeat yourself? Right around the time of the attack, Club Q was posting about an upcoming drag show. Let's prep for a fantasy Sunday fun day, the club wrote on its Facebook page. Doors open at 11 a.m. for our noon all-ages drag brunch. Join us for our fantastic drink special and even more amazing drag show. Then stick around for the all-star cast of our freshest faces. We're celebrating Transgender Day in remembrance with a variety of gender identities and performance styles. The show starts at 8 p.m., According to Castro, authorities don't know whether minors were at the event. A woman who rented a spare room to Fuckface's mom described him as aggressive and says, oh, Leo's here. And says,
hi, brother.
Once he slammed a door in her face. Or was it her face in a door? Leslie Bowman told the New York Times that the 2021 standoff with Fuckface occurred at her home because he was renting a spare room to his mother, and also identified by the Times as Lauren Vopel. His mom had called me and said, don't come home right now. There are some people looking for Fuckface. Bowman told the newspaper, which reported that Fuckface is Fuckface's nickname. I'm going to keep doing that. I don't care.
I love it. No, keep it up. Yeah.
Vopel moved out 2 days later, and Bowman never heard from her again. But she told the Times that police visited about a month ago, seeking to check Fuckface's welfare. Okay, here's Governor Polis from 12 hours ago. This is the governor of Colorado who just won re-election by 1 million votes. The Club Q shooting in Colorado Springs was horrific, sickening, and devastating news to wake up to. Which also, by the way, Governor Polis is gay and there's a first husband of Colorado as well. Even though they're not married. I don't know. It's not first husband. It's something like that, though.
First gentleman.
First gentleman. Thank you. My heart breaks for the families and friends that are lost, injured, or traumatized in this horrific shooting. I have spoken to Mayor Suthers and clarified that every state resource is available to local law enforcement in Colorado Springs. We are eternally grateful for the brave individuals who blocked the gunman, likely saving lives in the process. Which, dude, hardcore. That right there, like the fact that they're so apparently there was 2 people who were in the club who saw what was going on. Dude was shooting, and they either waited for him to reload or just got the jump on him or whatever. tackled him to the ground, and beat the fuck out of him. Like, good job. Good job. Really, it was. Brave, fucking 100%, dude. Like, those guys, I assume they're guys, or whatever, deserve accolades for what they did. But they should have had a gun. Someone should have had a fucking handgun. Someone should have had a CCW. But guess what? In Colorado, you're not allowed to carry in a bar. You're not allowed to have a handgun. You're not allowed to have a concealed weapons license with a weapon inside of a bar in Colorado. It's considered gun-free zone because there's alcohol involved, and you don't want to have some CCW holder with a gun in his hand get drunk and do something. But what does that do? That opens up these places to mass shootings because these fucking pieces of shit are always looking for a soft target. MSB says first receptacle. We are eternally grateful for the brave individuals who blocked the gunman, likely saving lives in the process, and for the first responders who responded swiftly to the horrific shooting. Colorado stands with the LGBTQ community and everyone impacted by this tragedy as we mourn. Hey, Foos is here. He's not reloading.
I am not.
Nice.
How are you doing?
You know, doing all right, man. How are you?
I'm doing.
We're just reading about this. I'm not saying his name. His name is fuckface asshole cunt. Not whatever it actually is.
That's way too many people that could possibly be that in governments today.
Well, it's the shooter of the gay club in Colorado Springs.
Oh,
yeah,
gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mr. Herpes infested Cumbo himself.
She told the Times that fuckface was living in a house with his grandparents, but would visit his mother to watch movies with her. This appeared to be a reference to Vopel's mother and her new husband, not to Randy Vopel, who was the California senator or whatever, House of Representatives member. The woman told the Times that fuckface had an aggressive side and once slammed a door in her face. Why are we reading these things again? Like, they just say the thing twice so that they can have more words in their article. Why is he not in jail after this happened? Bowman told the Times. After that initial day, police never reached out for additional information. I am a Second Amendment supporter. Don't get me wrong, but for him to be out there and have access to weapons after that incident, I don't understand it. Neither do I. It makes zero fucking sense. Video captured massive law enforcement response to the scene of the Club Q attack.
Yeah.
That's a lot of cops.
Yeah.
The governor, Jared Polis, released a statement on Facebook. The Club Q shooting we just read that. Authorities would not say whether all fuckface said anything during the shooting. So he just opened up fire, walked to the door and opened up fire because he knew it was a soft target, because in Colorado you can't carry a concealed weapon inside of a fucking bar. And whatever his reasons were, he wanted a soft target. A witness wrote that fuckface asshole cunt entered Club Q with a rifle and began shooting. Now, I was watching a Yankee before this, and he made a really good point. Clubs back in the day would have a guy at the door with a little buzzer for the door, steel fucking reinforced door, wherein he checks your ID and lets you in. Right? Whether there's a cover or not or whatever, he has to check your ID to let you in. So why wasn't there some sort of system like this at the club? Like, a lot of clubs have that. And it would have stopped it.
When we were kids. I don't know how they are now.
Yeah.
I guess they allow anyone in because, you could identify as a, 81-year-old or 12-year-old.
Well, they were doing all ages drag show earlier that day or the next day. I'm not sure which one it is. Ken Preston, whoever the fuck that is. To all victims of Club Q last night, I'm sorry for our country's refusal to do better. And last night you had to join a growing list. My condolences to the families of the 5 who passed and their friends. May they rest in peace. To the 18, I pray for your full recovery. NPR reported that a bystander subdued Aldrich by grabbing his gun and beating him with it.
Good. I wish you would have shot him with it.
Yep.
Just beat his skull in until he was, mashed potatoes.
Like I don't give a rat's ass who you want to love or spend time with, but being how do I want to say this? Using that as a reason to be mad at someone is completely asinine. I mean, it doesn't matter at all.
Well, and I think, like, if you're, like, for instance, if you're against having, like, child drag shows, the solution to it is not to show up with a gun and shoot everybody. Like,
Oh, absolutely. 100%.
What's worse for the kids? You know what I mean?
You showing up is fine to protest it. Even showing up armed to protest it is fine, but not shooting someone over it.
Do you think we'll get more of, like, you guys saw that clip of Alex Stein 99 outside of the child drag show with there was a couple of people in full body armor with AR-15s guarding the front door. Do you think we'll see more of that now? Probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
I think that's a safe bet.
Go Shadow says lock doors against fire codes. They don't have to lock from the inside, just the outside.
Mm-hmm.
NPR report.
One-way locking.
What's that?
Most of them are one-way locking.
Right. Yeah, like you can open it from the in. Like strip clubs are like that. You get in, you have to like get buzzed in. When you leave, you just leave. Like the door opens from the inside, but not the out. Okay, we already read that part. A man named Tanner Pittit wrote on Facebook that he escaped the mass shooting. Last night I had experienced something I never thought I would have to experience. I hope that no one I know ever does. I just moved to Colorado Springs about a week ago and decided to go to one of the popular LGBTQ plus clubs, Club Q, in the area to watch a drag show, make friends, and have fun. Near the end of the night, I was waiting for my Uber back home. A man by the name of Fuckface Asshole entered Club Q with a rifle and began shooting people. 5 people were shot and killed. At least 18 were wounded. I was lucky to be able to get out of the club and to safety. Many others were not lucky.
So hold on. He was waiting for scroll up. He was waiting for his Uber to go back home. You're waiting for that inside?
It was pretty cold last night. Honestly, that kind of makes sense.
Okay.
Like you probably would be waiting for it inside because if you were waiting outside, you'd be fucking frozen by the time it got there if you were out there too long.
All right.
But I don't know. Maybe. I'm not going to turn this into an argument on gun control, on LGBTQ plus rights, on the role of police officers. Last night, I was witness to a disgusting and terrifying tragedy. My heart goes out to the beautiful people I was able to meet that night. My thoughts are with my friends, with the families of the victims, and I hope that the person behind this disgusting and inhumane act is brought to justice.
That paragraph right there is perfectly worded.
Yeah, I was going to say, like,
that's absolutely 100%.
Really well said. Agreed.
And Eric Larson actually brings up a good point. Why are they saying rifle and not AR-15? Because they usually jump at the chance to demonize the AR-15.
That's a good point. Like, what kind of gun was it? I don't know. Like, that matters a little bit less to me than it does to the talking points or whatever. But yeah, it's a good point. On social media, people expressed heartbreak over the shooting, heartbreak for my people in the Springs LGBTQ community, wrote one man. I would drive by Club Q every day on my way to work at Brewers Republic. He's got to name drop his fucking work there. A man wrote, To all the victims at the LGBTQ club last night, I am sorry for our community's refusal to do better, and last night you had to join a growing list. They already said that. All right, that's the end of that article. So that was the most descriptive article. It actually had pictures of the guy, fuckface, asshole, cunt.
Okay, fuckface, asshole, cunt image needs to disappear from the internet because we don't need to let people know what this imbecile looks like.
Martyrize them.
On a side note, Power Rangers Jason David Frank killed himself at age 49 yesterday, so that's also sad. And then here's the quartering saying, oh, maybe this is why these people who are always seemingly known to the FBI keep operating freely so that they can go kill people. What's up, Lead on Steel?
What's going on, man?
Well, on Twitter, apparently AR-15 is trending. So,
Well, again, that's people jumping to conclusions, and here's what I wrote. Just a reminder, do not jump to conclusions. The facts have not come out yet.
Yep.
But here's Pelosi saying, Pelosi blames MAGA for the Colorado Club massacre, points a finger at Republicans for undermining the safety of trans people after gunmen shot 22, killed 5, even though police have not confirmed it was a hate crime. So yeah, Pelosi's jumping to conclusions and politicizing it.
Of course. They never let blood dry on the streets. It's that they always have to put it to their own will. Bend it to their will.
Here's Homer saying, support gun safety laws. What'd he say? I don't know. Something about loving gulags? Power Bottom Ranger. God damn it. Fucking Battle Elf.
too soon.
I love it. Damn.
Yeah, and it sucks that someone that thinks that taking their own life is the only way out.
Yeah.
Or the
You
best
still
way
have
out.
4 kids.
It seems like it happens to a lot of people that you would never expect. And I always think about Robin Williams. Like a guy who brought so much joy and so much laughter and, good feelings. Like think about like Good Will Hunting or Dead Poet Society or like a million movies that he's been in that aren't even necessarily funny movies, that he's just such a good fucking heartfelt actor who's brought so much joy and introspection into people's lives over the years, but he wasn't able to get any himself.
Yep.
That's sad.
It's like
Was it Bicentennial Man?
Yeah, Doubtfire,
Yeah.
Flubber, fucking.
I mean, like those, Flubber, Doubtfire, those are comedy, where the Bicentennial Man has no comedy in it. I mean, that's just pure acting, and that was amazing.
I mean, he even did a movie about suicide. What was it? What Dreams May Come?
Yeah, that was a trip movie.
I took a girl on a date, and we're like, "Hey, let's go see a Robin Williams movie." And it was that shit.
Someone didn't get any ass that night.
No, I did not. Good morning, Vietnam. Yeah, dude, that's another good one.
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah, that's what I said a while ago.
Mm-hmm.
Disarming the LGBT community is a strange way of trying to protect them, says classically liberal. Just in, President Biden calls for assault weapons ban following the mass shooting at Colorado Springs LGBTQ club.
What?
For immediate release.
You are never ever going to solve this by getting rid of firearms. You're going to solve this by getting and teaching students what life really means, and understand, and actually having the have people understand that just because someone doesn't think the way you are does not mean that they are less than you, better than you, or anything. There's still value to society.
Well, and again, they had every law, every rule already on the book, laws already passed, in place, active right now, that should have preempted him from being able to buy a gun or have a gun or even be out of prison right now because of bomb threats and threatening people with firearms and being violent and stuff like that, having the arrest record that he had, the DEA dropping all the charges and sealing the record. Like, something happened there, and I think there needs to be an investigation into that, you know? Like, was money changed hands? Is this guy, the DA, like a Soros-appointed person? Like, certainly in Colorado, they don't have a catch and release policy like they do in New York. Like, in New York, it would make more sense. But anyway, let's listen to what President Fuckface Asshole says. Oh, wait, just Biden. Never mind.
Shut up.
President Truman and Shaman and Nabata pressure. While no motive in the attack is clear, we know that the LGBTQ plus QI plus community has been subjected to horrific hate and violence in recent years. Gun violence continues to have a devastating and particular impact on the LGBTQI plus community across the nation, and threats of violence are increasing. We saw it 6 years ago in Orlando when our nation's suffering the deadliest attack against the LGBTQ community in American history. And again, who was that perpetrated by? A member of the LGBTQ community. We continue to see it in the epidemic of violence and murder against transgender women, especially transgender women of color. Of course, and tragically, we saw it last night in the devastating attack of the gunman wielded a long rifle at the LGBTQ plus community in nightclub in Colorado Springs. Places that are supposed to be safe spaces of acceptance and celebration, I hate that word, should never be turned into a place of terror and violence. Yet it happens far too often. We must drive out the inequities that continue to contribute to violence. Sorry, this is tiny fucking print. Against the LGBTQ people. We cannot and must not tolerate hate.
You know what? I really wish they'd call it the American people, because that's what they're doing. It's people are targeting other Americans. It doesn't again, back to what I said. It doesn't matter what their thoughts or beliefs are.
And again, it's not like the dude's motives are even known at this time.
Right.
So they're jumping the shark by making assumptions about things based upon who the victims were. And maybe he's right, but you don't know that information any more than I do, you know? Today, in another community in America, has been torn apart by gun violence. More families left with empty chairs at the table and a hole in their lives that cannot be filled. When will we decide we've had enough? We must address the public health epidemic, keeps calling it an epidemic, because they want to control it in different ways because they can't do it directly, of gun violence in all of its forms. Earlier this year, I signed one of the most significant gun safety law in nearly 3 decades, in addition to taking other historic actions. But we must do more, even though we already went into it. We need to enact an assault weapons ban and get weapons of war off American streets. Today, Jill and I are praying for the families of the 5 people killed in Colorado Springs, for all those injured in the senseless attack. So there you go. Fucking Fumbly Dumbly Joe. Hold on.
Let me start off with 2 words. Made in America.
That guy is pushing for gun control. I have a couple other stories kind of peppered in here. Just in, Judge Loretta Preska ruled today that the public interest outweighs the right to privacy. Dozens of court documents related to Jeffrey Epstein's associates, including a billionaire businessman, will be made public.
So, agree and disagree. Individuals' right to privacy does not outweigh the public, but whenever it comes to illegal activities, absolutely it does.
Well, and what were these individuals who were connected to Epstein? What was their connection? Was it they, like, you know, shared an office building, or that they flew on the Lolita Express to that fucking island 15 times?
Mm-hmm.
That would be my question. Oh, here's another story. Al Roker gets COVID-19 vaccine on live TV. Today's show, Al Roker reveals that he's at the hospital and being treated for blood clots.
What a coinky dink.
What? This must have been a while back.
I think the second part is newer. But again, correlation does not equal causation, but it warrants fucking investigation, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Calhoun Republic says, left-handed, red-head, green-eyed, transgendered women of color must be protected at all costs. Screw everybody else. That's what Biden said, basically. Especially women, trans women of color. They're especially being targeted. Let's see what this guy says. Everyone is applauding the private patrons who stopped the shooter in Colorado, Anderson. Oh, wait, fuckface asshole cunt. The irony is this supports the case for carrying a firearm for self-defense. Good on them for taking action. A good guy is how you stop a bad guy. 100%. Give that another like. Yes, it is. Baldwin knows it. There's no image of fuckface asshole cunt available anywhere. And I finally found one, and it wasn't recent. Which is really suspicious, because if it was a white male who has a mugshot on file, which fuckface does for an earlier incident, the image would be plastered everywhere within an hour. And I keep making that point.
Mm-hmm. Or I'm sure that there are video surveillance outside of that club for security and insurance reasons.
Yeah, I'm sure that there's video of this incident happening. They just haven't released it yet. And I don't even necessarily want to see that. Like,
Well, I don't either.
But I would at least like to see like a more current picture of him to see if he still fits the description of what he is supposedly, I'm just saying.
Fuckface. I don't care what the person looks like. Keep him keep him in the dark. People don't need to know his name, don't need to know anything about him, because you're shining light on what he wants, on what the individual wants.
Agreed. Actually, I do agree with that. I was just saying more for like the fact of motivation. Like, what is the motivation behind this? Was it a hate crime? Does that even make a difference? Not really, but it does in the media's eyes. Because if it doesn't fit their narrative, then they tend to like not push for things as hard. But if it fits the narrative, then they drive it all the way home. Fuckface asshole cunt should be serving a long sentence in prison, but due to a liberal justice system in Colorado and with the DOJ, he was free. And with the same folks screaming about the shooter and his politics were very quiet about the same motives of the Pulse nightclub shooter. There you go. El Paso County Sheriffs, blah, blah, blah. We already looked at that. Say the line. He was on our radar. Remember that episode of Simpsons when Bart got his 5 minutes of fame? I forget what his line was.
Yeah.
Damn it. Can't remember.
Someone out there will know it. What was Bart's line in that episode of The Simpsons that
It
everyone
was
kept
something
trying?
with Radioactive Man or something movie, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
It's been so long since I've seen that. I remember it vaguely. I just don't remember what it actually was. Come on, chat. Don't let me down, chat.
Oh, they will let you down. You know that.
Someone
have
else might do
before.
a quick Google or Bing, Yahoo search. Ask Jeeves.
Hey, so someone hop onto MySpace and look at it.
Yeah.
Yep, no one's saying anything. You let me down, chat. Way to go, chat. The Club Q shooter was somehow free to go on a shooting spree despite being arrested 1 year ago for kidnapping and menacing. Fuckface asshole cunt should have never been free and should have been in a mental hospital a year ago. Fixing mental health crisis is pivotal.
Yeah.
I didn't do it. That's what it was. I didn't do it.
Oh, I didn't do it. Yeah. Damn it. It was so
If you're convicted, you need to do your time. You need to be in jail until you are no longer a threat to society.
Agreed.
If you are a threat to society, you deserve to be in a correctional facility. Correctional facility is something that actually tries to correct criminals, not just a petri dish of how to make this criminal even better of a criminal.
Goddamn, Ghost Shadow says mass shooters should have to get all the same sentences face up to in a guillotine using hydraulics so it drives the blade down slow. Jesus Christ. I don't know. Does Colorado have the death penalty? I think we do.
I think you guys got rid of it a while ago.
So I fully support death penalty, and in the exact same way they cause death.
First executive in Colorado was the hanging. Okay, what is it currently? Does Colorado have death penalty? Nope, we don't. There you go. Got rid of it. We used to.
I think that was one of the first acts Paul listed when he got in years ago.
We still have it in South Carolina, but now they're giving you the option for electric chair or firing squad.
Hey, well, what about this? Molten lead down the throat.
I'd be okay with like tar and feathering. Like the founding fathers didn't consider that to be cruel and unusual punishment. But by today's standards it would be, but you know, you got to go by the original law. That shit would kill you because your fucking skin would get all infected from the bird shit on the fucking feathers. Mm-hmm. And you'd fucking die slowly. Yeesh. Or like that Waukesha guy. The Waukesha Parade. Waukesha.
Yeah.
That guy has over 1,000-year prison sentence because they don't have the death penalty. Like, if anyone deserves the death penalty, I think it's him. He intentionally ran over like 50 people or whatever. There was like 36 people injured and 6 people dead from him running them over. He didn't stop. Like, if there was, and there's like no question as to who did it. You know what I mean? It's not like they're like, well, I'm not sure if he was driving the car or not. I'm not sure if it was him. Like, you guys fucking know. Everyone fucking knows. That's not the question in the case. The only question in the case is, was he mentally capable of understanding what he was doing? And after the crime, he changed his hair. He tried to ditch the car. He like tried to get away. He lied to the police. Like, he knew what he was doing was wrong, which denotes that he has the mental capacity to understand that what he was doing was wrong and stop doing it.
Or at least understand what he did was wrong. He maybe not at that time, but looking back, he knew it was incorrect.
Well, and he defended himself in court. Like, not successfully, obviously, because he's got over 1,000 years in prison, but he made cogent arguments, which leads you to believe that he's intelligent enough to make a cogent argument, which would lead you to believe that he's capable of, you know, understanding what he did was wrong at the time. So yeah, whatever. Oh, that's all I got on it. That's all the Twitters I pulled up for this shit. So what do you guys think? Are we going to get gun control out of this?
They're gonna try their hardest.
No.
No.
No, I don't think so.
No.
Do you think Colorado will get gun control out of this, even though we already have it?
Probably.
Yeah, I think you'll get more.
I don't think so. I really don't
Well,
think so.
Denver has a assault weapons ban, like city and county of Denver, but Colorado does not. Denver has no open carry. Colorado does not. So
Well,
there's
what more gun control could they enact that would have prevented this? What could they have done to prevent this?
Maybe a 5-round magazine. Shoot, that think of something.
No,
That'd be
because
standard.
they'll still get, people will still break it.
Yeah, they'll
and he
go
did.
to another state and get a larger capacity magazine to fit their gun.
Wait, hold up. Are you saying that people break laws?
Exactly.
What are you talking about?
Unfortunately,
well, the thing is, if you're following Colorado state law, 15-round magazines, unless they're grandfathered in, is the rule, right? If this dude used an AR-15, he's 22 years old. There's not a chance in hell that he had bought magazines when they were still 30-round plus or whatever in Colorado and had
So you
them
can buy
able to be grandfathered in.
you can buy magazines out of state.
I'm not saying that anything about the ones that I lost in my boating accident. Never mind.
If I
Then
had
they'll
to
change it
guess-
to 10 rounds.
I was gonna say, if I had to guess at the state level, Colorado's gonna push for a 10-round ban. Anything above 10 rounds, they're gonna
That-
push for a state level assaultman's ban and a couple other things.
That
I mean,
or they're going to push to make your 15 ammo capacity limit and not have it grandfather anymore back before 2013.
Yeah, but none of that would have prevented what happened yesterday. What could have prevented it was if they would have done their job a year and a half ago and put this psychotic piece of shit in prison then.
Right, but no matter what law they say are going to propose, all of them aren't going to stop this from happening.
Yeah, they always need just one more law, though, don't they? Like, oh, we went almost far enough last time. We need to go another inch further. Oh, we went almost far enough now. We need another inch. And they just inch and inch and inch down the fucking field, don't they?
Just
Yeah, exactly. Because no traffic laws are broke.
just allow establishments to have armed guards on payroll.
They do. There's no law that says you can't. It's more of like a financial burden on the establishment to pay for that, I mean, I guess they could like statutorily require it. Which
No, never. Government should never require anything.
Well, I'm just saying, like, that's something that they're not doing that I guess they could pass a law on and make a law.
Mhm.
And that might have made a difference.
No,
There's a lot of talk on mandatory armed guards at every school and stuff like that after Uvalde.
well, but with that is a government entity with the educational process. I could see the government mandating that, but mandating a private club or a private establishment to have security is grossly unconstitutional. Now, just allowing them would be cool.
Well, they do allow them. I'm telling you that they do already. That's already a thing.
Okay.
And what they do for that, generally speaking, is have like off-duty police officers in uniform paid to be there by the establishment who thinks that they might need armed protection. Like the place that I work at has non-armed guards there all the time. Like we have dudes with handcuffs and nightsticks. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Maybe a taser or something. And then, like, if it's like a busy night or something crazy is going on, we'll have an off-duty police officer or two inside of the building walking around. And usually they just sit down and fucking do nothing all fucking night. But that's fine. I mean, like, it's better to have them there doing nothing than it is to not have them there when you need them, you know?
Yep.
Randy Butternut says, the left won't be satisfied until they're kicking in the door at 5 a.m., dragging you out into the street in your underwear in front of your neighbors and confiscating your legal firearms. It's true.
Mm-hmm.
No, they're not going to be happy until they kick in your door at 3 a.m., put a suppressed 9 through your head, and walk out.
Yep.
And say he was resisting.
Yep. And then take all the shit that way.
Well, no, and not give a fuck, and then go next door and do the same thing.
Yeah, because we are the resistance. We're the ones that could be a huge thorn in their side at any point.
The chair is against the wall. The chair is against the wall. If you're listening to this, you are the resistance.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, dude, but seriously, like, the whole point is that this motherfucker had every reason already on the books, already in law, to not have what he had and to not be able to get what he got and to not be free to get it in the first place right now. But the DA, for whatever reason, dropped the case, dropped all charges, sealed the record.
What about
And he
this? What about this law? If you seal records, you let someone out and they go back and commit a crime, a violent crime like this, the judge that did that gets some charge put on them.
I'd say equal punishment.
Mm-hmm.
The government would never hold itself to account. I mean, it sounds nice to pontificate all of these like what ifs and stuff like that. But yeah, somebody needs to be held to account, and I hope that they point the finger at the judge rather than try and pass new gun control law.
They won't, because this has happened before, and it will happen again.
Yep.
Yeah.
What I would say is, like, there needs to be a movement, especially in Colorado, but across the nation, for anyone, any group, any individual who feels like his life might be in danger or the target of any kind of a hate crime or anything like that, to easily and affordably get a firearm and an ability to carry it concealed with training to do so, and to be able to do it inside of a club or inside of a bar or inside of a school or wherever they're at.
No, just be
That
able
would
to
actually stop
carry
shooting.
no matter what.
That would actually save lives. And the number of people who would get that and then do something stupid, I think, would be very small and insignificant in comparison to the number of lives that it could potentially save.
No, just say if you want to carry in those places, you can. But if you carry in those places and you become intoxicated, it's the same as drunk driving. It's the same as, other stuff out there. But just allow people to carry however they wish, wherever they wish, and just have signs saying, we are we do not hinder people's rights to bear arms.
Yeah,
or we allow firearms on premises.
I agree with that, and that's one of the rules in Colorado that's messed up. You're not allowed to have a firearm inside of a bar.
I know in Missouri it's the same as long as the bar has over half of its profit from the bar area. So if you have like an eatery with it as well. But
Kind of like the 51% sign in Texas.
yeah, but of course you don't know. Like you go to some place in there, you don't know what their ratio is. They might make a killing off liquor sales, and you think it's a restaurant, and you don't know.
That's a fucking hell of a deal there. Vortex Crossfire 2 red dot with 2 MOA dot, low mount or lowered 1/3 co-witness mounts, 2 to 5 year battery life, $39 each, shipped.
Wow.
God damn it, Mr. Guns and Deals. That's a good fucking deal.
He finally
Yeah.
reeled you in.
Oh, this says 99. Okay, what is it? Crossfire is the term. Let's see if it works. Discount code. Crossfire. It works. Oh, dude, I'm doing this.
Shit.
Can I do 2? 4 of them. Let's see if it does it for 4.
Goodbye.
It does it for 4.
Holy crap.
Okay, well, I'm bringing this window over here, and I'm going to be doing something in the meantime.
What's your store number? Jeez.
Oh, what is my password?
Man, that's a damn good deal.
Okay. I think I'll get 3 of them. All right, I'll finish that later. Cool.
Damn, I kind of want to put one of those on one of my ARs or my AKs now.
It'd just be nice to have a couple of them for whatever, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I've got, like, a shitty red dot for my 1022 that works and it's fine, and I've had it for years, but a Crossfire is better. And the reason I haven't upgraded it is because it works fine, and a Crossfire is $99 usually, you know?
Well, now Crossfire is 30.
Wow.
I wonder if the low mounted one will co-witness with a Scorpion.
Oh, I didn't even look if I've got... Okay, I got to look at it again. Damn it. You and your Scorpion, that's all you care about.
It is all I care about.
Oh, doggo.
I was talking about the red panda.
Oh, Pando. He looks like he's all wet from the neck down.
He looks like he has a suit on.
Yep.
This house I used to live at, we had grapevines in the backyard. And fucking raccoon. Okay, so like before I lived there, no one fucking took care of the grapevines. And then like I lived there for like a year. And I bought fertilizer, and I would go out there like, you know, every other day and water the vines and make sure that they had plenty of water and fertilizer and stuff like that. And the grapes came in better than they ever had, according to the owner of the house. He was like amazed at it, right? And right when they were getting to be like, because they were so fucking bitter, but they were starting to turn sweet. And right when I was like, okay, these things are starting to get good, a family of raccoons moved into the backyard and just decimated everything.
Damn, that sucks.
Fucking trash pandas.
Yeah.
Well, at least the pandas know that you did good work. The trash pandas.
They're saying thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. 2 thumbs up from the panda family. Or from the raccoon family.
Baby owl hears thunder for the first time.
Oh.
He's scared.
Mm-hmm.
Poor owl. You think Trump's going to get back on Twitter now that he's allowed back on? Because he hasn't posted anything yet. They allowed him back on this morning, or was it yesterday?
Yesterday. I heard that he's not. I heard he's going to stay on his Truth Social.
Yeah.
But there's all these posts from Elon Musk that are hilarious about it, though. Hold on, let me find them. Like this one. There's another one too. I don't remember what it was. Whatever, it's fine. That was the one I was thinking of, though.
You passed one where it looked like it was Brokeback Mountain.
Yeah, that was for CBS. Because CBS was like, we're not going to come back on Twitter until we've decided whether or not Elon Musk has our best interest, or I forget how they put it.
Mm-hmm.
And then 20 hours later, they were like, oh, we're back on.
Why can't I quit you?
Yeah, this is hilarious, though. It is hilarious, though. Mr. Machinist says, that's a great site for most of us.
What site?
The $30 one.
Oh, I missed it.
This, Vortex Crossfire.
From where? Optics?
It's from Palmetto. So just go to Palmetto, find the Crossfire, use the code Crossfire in the coupon section during checkout, and they are fucking $39 or whatever, $29. No, they're $39.
And you get a free Guns and Gears watermark.
That's a pretty goddamn good deal.
Damn you.
Especially for the watermark.
I know Texas has considered public broadcasting prolonged, not torture. Wait, hold on. Considered public broadcast prolonged, not torture. LOL. Execution. Fuck, I can't read. Execution for these types of crimes, I think it would be very effective message to the next guy. Yeah, if you are a mass shooter and you're like, oh, the last guy got fucking like hung by his ball sack to death, maybe I shouldn't do that. Like, that's part of the criminal justice system, is a deterrent for crime, right? And if you giving them a cot and 3 meals a day and, don't have to worry about work or rent for the rest of your life. Yeah, you're in prison, so it's not great, but plenty of people do just fine in prison. You get used to it eventually. Not much of a fucking deterrent, it seems like.
I say give them the Mr. Hands execution.
Chat's dead after that deal. Like, everyone left and they're on Palmetto now.
I want to.
I may or may not be buying 3 of them for myself.
Yeah,
I don't even like. Yeah, I need rails for AKs now.
It's not a bad idea. Do you like the higher mounted one or the low mount?
For AK.
You want the low mount for an AK?
Yeah, as low as it can. For AR, I'd take the high mount because it should come with both.
Daniel, did you really just order 12?
Does it come with both?
Should.
Vortex Crossfire 1X Q&A features. Crossfire is no nonsense. Blah blah blah. Shotgun, AR-15, rimfire, should be the top of your list. 2, I'm going to do it. Comes acquired low score with 5,000 hour battery life, night vision capabilities, lowest settings, crossfire. Parallax setting, multi-coded, 11 settings, night vision compatible, ultimate eye relief, multi-height mount. You're right. You are correct, sir. You are correct, sir.
So I just did Crossfire.
All caps.
No, it could be lower or all caps. No, I'm looking at it and it's not coming up anymore. Like meaning in the search, it's not coming up. There it is.
Here, I'll put the link in the chat for the people who fucking want one because it's a goddamn good deal. It's not for a gun, YouTube. It's for a site. It's fine. It's fine.
I think Daniel just bought them all. The deal is gone.
No, Daniel says I got more class than to get that someone shitty vortex. What the fuck? I can't read. I'm having problems tonight, man. Johnny says I just ordered 2. Wendy Howler says, "Damn it, Honda! I just bought one."
I think Honda needs a commission.
Seriously.
Yeah, no shit.
Airsoft site. That's not an airsoft site. I've got a vortex, dude. It's great.
Type in promo code Honda.
Promo code GayFrog1.
Right.
There you go.
I just bought 2.
Well,
I wish I could have something to buy it to put it on. You know, that'd be nice.
you don't have a shotgun or nothing?
No.
Do you have any kind of long gun, or they're all illegal where you're at?
No, they're not all illegal. I can have a shotgun or bolt action rifle.
So now you need to buy a shotgun
I don't
for your
want a
red
shotgun.
dot site that you just bought.
I'm gonna put one of those on an M1 Garand.
I don't want
No,
a shotgun.
fuck. Why would you do that? Why would you desecrate the Holy Grail?
Because I have 3 of them.
Well, fucking
And I'm
sell me
kidding.
one.
And I'm kidding.
I know you are.
Goddamn, how many
Wait, so-
Springfields are there in the United States?
Too many?
A lot.
Did I hear somebody say that they didn't want a shotgun?
Yes, I don't want a shotgun.
Why would you say such a thing?
I never cared for them.
I thought you were still going to get one, but you were going to get one of those like Steven 320s or something, one that was real cheap.
I don't know. I thought about it, but I just don't care for them.
Shotgun's a
gotta
great fucking weapon, dude. Especially
It
for
is.
home defense in like an apartment or whatever, you know?
At least get a bicock.
Yeah. Okay. Well, here's my question. What about them do you not like? Is it the loading? Is it the pump action? What about it don't you like? Because
Is it the extreme
workarounds.
power, the versatility, the ease of access to ammo? What don't you like? The cheapness of the gun itself?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't like the cheapness, the ease of access to the. Yeah, I don't like none of that. Especially the versatility. I don't like that at all.
you don't like the fact that it's legal under pretty much any jurisdiction. You know.
God, I hate that even more.
Come
Yeah.
on, man. Just get yourself a shotgun, man.
Let's get yourself a shotgun, man.
Get that barrel.
Hey,
Last two
just
shots
if
in
you
the air,
hear
like
someone
a-
coming in, just go out to your back deck and fire 2 blasts.
Yeah.
Dude, I better fucking buy these now before they're sold out.
Yeah.
I just bought 2.
Yeah, because I didn't realize how much
Sway you have with our pocketbooks.
Well, fucking Honda, and I'm guilty of it too because we did it to Zorro, but Honda's always like finding good deals for people.
yeah, I do that on occasion.
If there's a message in the ordering section, make sure you put because of E Honda.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Get him some commission
Yeah.
so he can put his watermark on it.
E Honda 420 sent me.
Yeah.
Or they'll be like, shit, E Honda owes us some scratch.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're so cheap, they're losing money on it.
Right.
I got order confirmation.
I got order confirmation too. I wasn't sure the code would apply for 2. I figured it would just been for 1.
It applies for 2.
Where's my wallet? God damn it. Hold on, boys. I'm sorry.
This is what happens whenever your credit card just needs to be auto-populated.
Yeah.
It is, but it didn't have the date for some reason, and I forgot what it was.
Daniel, send me one through the mail.
Review order.
I'm out of here.
Submit
All right,
order.
see ya.
Take it easy.
All right, they're on the way.
And look what Daniel just did in the super chat.
Hold on, I can't see it right now. Yep. Done. It's done.
Yep. Honda is currently putting in Matt's credit card information.
Oh, Sparks are $44.99 with code SPARK. Well, there you go. That's only $15 more.
Yeah. But I've
That's
already
only
bought
$5 more. What?
I know. I just bought 2 of the other ones. I don't know.
Oh my god, I should buy a Spark too. Fuck me.
What does the Spark look like? I don't remember that. What that
There,
one is.
it's like the upgraded version of that.
Isn't.
There's nothing wrong with the Crossfire, but Spark's better.
Oh yeah, but
For real,
I could-
Daniel.
fucking
Where's
Dan,
the
you
Spark?
couldn't do that like 5 minutes ago before we started all buying them. Could have got the better upgraded for only a few dollars more. Damn, Daniel.
Tom
your
Daniel.
It's all your fucking
Damn,
fault.
Daniel.
SPARC.
Daniel says, now I got 10 Sparks and 12 Crossfires.
Holy shit, those are $75 off. God
Mm.
damn it. Wow. Oh, Saberwolf's here, and then now he's gone, and I couldn't let him in.
Come back, Saberwolf.
MSB says, here's almost half. Go for it. Fine, I'll get a Spark too. Fuck it. Fuck it, 1 Spark.
Stop encouraging them with all these super
Daniel.
chats.
Save address. Hold on. Bear with me, people. 3307. Review order. I have read. Submit. Okay, fine. I did it. Fine, I did it. Now I've got fucking 3 Crossfires and a Spark on the way. But wait, there's more. Saberwolf, I tried to let you in, but you were too quick on the leaving the chat.
Yeah, come back, Saberwolf.
I was doing something right then. I was kind of busy. Although we're almost done here, and I have to pick up my son from work in a little bit. Has he texted me yet, is the question.
Daniel lied. He said it was $44.99. According to mine, it's $48.59. Lying sack of
I
shit.
know what a lion fucker.
Right.
You misinformation. Fuck.
Oh, yeah, I got to end it soon.
Uh-oh.
Was yours $48.59 Honda, or was it the $44.99?
Hold on. I will check. Now, text that. Spitfire 109.
Fuck you, Daniel. Why don't you buy it for us since you got fuck you money?
What did I just pay for this? $48.46 with tax and everything. It's $44.99, excluding tax.
Okay.
Damn, Daniel. It'll be like EOTech.
Right. $5 EOTech.
$50 EOTech with code EOTech. Fuck me. Internet problems. Okay, that's why you can't come. That's fine. All right, guys. Well, I have to go pick up my son. It's been not as much of a pleasure for the subject matter of tonight because it's, it's always sad to hear about these things, and it's always fucking kind of bullshit to see what they're going to do with the laws that they're going to pass as a result of the things that happen and all that stuff, and the conjecture and the like people are going to start buying fucking guns probably again because they're like, oh no, they're going to pass another thing and everyone's going to buy fucking 5 AR-15s. Maybe that's why these things keep getting politicized so much. part of it anyway. But
Do you think maybe the reason they keep trying to go after gun control this, gun control that is because maybe on the back end they're reaping the rewards of all the people purchasing them? They're getting a bunch of kickbacks.
oh shit, use GunWeb's link. He's got a cut link that gives him money. Use that one if you haven't already bought 5 of them.
Sorry, G Webs. You're a little late for that, brother.
Yeah. Well, we didn't know until I started perusing fucking Twitter. I didn't know there was,
Gonna
gonna
be
be
deals.
fucking super deals on red dots and shit.
Well, now I've got one of them sparks on the way too. Fuck. Damn you, Daniel, motherfucker. I want a refund from you.
Oh my god, fuck. Vortex Vipers 140 with code Viper. Which one's the Viper?
That's the red dot, isn't it, for the pistol? Like the Venom?
Hold on.
I want to say that's the pistol red dot.
Oh yeah, that is the pistol red dot. Damn, that's a fucking good deal too, because they're usually $250. So that's like
Exactly.
$120 off.
That is a damn good deal. But I
Or
don't have,
$110 off.
I don't have anything to put a pistol red dot on yet, so I don't really care for that. But that is cheap as fuck though.
Just get you a canic. Get a nice little canic to put a red dot on,
Very nice.
Or one of those daggers, dude. Those fucking daggers are cheap as shit.
Yeah, I just saw another deal for one of those for I think it was Armar, the slide cuts, everything for, and was it with mags or I can't remember. It was $2.99 beans though.
All right. Well, I got to go pick up a boy. Stop spending money on Palmetto.
Daniel says you cost me like $1,600.
Yeah, it's a pretty good deal though. I mean, like everything's got a red dot now. Like certainly,
Yeah.
I've got a red dot for everything.
Not including super chats, he says, so that's even more.
Leo's shotgun doesn't have a red dot yet, though.
No, it doesn't.
Now we need to find a shotgun for Leo, like nice and cheap. That's got a rail on it.
Look at Calhoun's comment.
I don't even know if having a rail on it is legal or not.
Trigicon RMO $69 with code Ligma.
Get it?
No, I don't.
69 Ligma.
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 Oh. All right, guys. Well, we will see you tomorrow night for the Guns and Weirdos podcast, where all the weirdos get together and do weird stuff together to each other while docking. And Matt is into it. So we'll see you then for that tomorrow night on the Guns and Dumb Fucks podcast, where all the dumb fuckery goes on, where all the queering happens, queering around. We'll see you guys then. Anyway.
All right.
Peace out, guys. Thanks for showing up for the chat. Thanks for listening. Love your faces. Have a good night.
Right.
Peace.
Later, y'all.
Later.